Xavi Hernandez's true stance on Manchester United job revealed as immediate claim made. As Rooney has no faith in Amorim. Former Barcelona manager Xavi Hernandez would reportedly be ready to become the manager of Manchester United immediately should the opportunity present itself. Manchester United produced another toothless performance against Brentford as Ruben Amorim's men fell to their third Premier League defeat of the season after just 6 games. After a 15th place finish in the Premier League last season and a spending spree of more than £200 million in the summer, fans would have been hoping to see rapid improvement this season. However, the Reds have only managed 7 points from 6 Premier League games and also suffered an embarrassing exit in the Carabao Cup to League Two outfit Grimsby Town. While United's public stance is still that they stand behind Amorim, pressure on the Portuguese manager is building with links to potential replacements now gaining momentum. Former Barcelona keen on United job. Former Barcelona player and manager Xavi Hernandez is said to be very keen on taking over at Old Trafford. Fabrizio Romano reported in a recent YouTube video following United's 1-3 loss at the Tech Community Stadium in West London. Xavi is studying the Premier League. Xavi is monitoring the Premier League and Xavi would go immediately to Man United, even without European football, Romano says as he talks about the Spaniards' desire to move to England. Xavi is also on Saudi Pro League Al Ittihad shortlist following the dismissal of former United player Laurent Blanc as manager, Romano reports. Xavi has been out of a job since leaving Barcelona in June 2024. Xavi won La Liga with the Spanish Giants, and prior to that, he enjoyed a successful reign in the Middle East with Qatari club Al Sadd. Amorim on borrowed time? Ruben Amorim's tenure at Old Trafford has been nothing short of disastrous. United have stumbled to a mere 34 points from 33 Premier League games with Amorim in charge. United enjoyed a fairly exciting Europa League campaign last season, but fell to a defeat in the final against Tottenham Hotspur. Almost a year into the project and having now spent around £250 million, significant progress would have been expected. However, it feels like every time you think United take a step forward, they immediately take 3 steps backwards. Read more. Matthijs de Ligt and Mateus Cunha completely agree as Man United sack reports re-emerge. Amorim maintains his belief that his system is not the issue, but there are tactical problems that have been visible for the entirety of his tenure and he has failed to address them. Using the central centre-back, which is almost always Matthijs de Ligt or Harry Maguire, in midfield in the first phase of build-up makes central progression almost impossible. The 5-2-3 shape out of possession almost always leads to the opponent having a massive overload in the centre of the park, and that has been exploited by almost every team United have come up against since Amorim took over. United always look more stable in a 5-4-1 when Amorim uses that shape, but he rarely does. These are basic tactical flaws that Amorim could address without making major changes to the shape. His reluctance to do so is simply baffling and will eventually cost him his job, should he continue to ignore those issues. Having been backed significantly in the market and with only 1 game a week while having had an entire pre-season with the squad, Amorim is running out of excuses. He needs to find a way to win games consistently, and he needs to do it fast. In other news, Rooney has no faith in Amorim. Wayne Rooney believes the soul has gone from his former club Manchester United and he has no faith in manager Ruben Amorim to turn things around. United's record goalscorer said the club was broken on the latest edition of BBC podcast The Wayne Rooney Show, and he goes to games expecting them to lose. Manchester United's 3-1 defeat at Brentford on Saturday meant they have collected 34 points from Amorim's 33 league games in charge and have still to win successive matches. The club are said to remain supportive of their head coach despite the damaging loss which left them 14th in the Premier League table. But Rooney added that some current players don't deserve to wear the shirt, the side needs a new engine and supporters are waiting for the club to crumble. I am not seeing anything which is giving me any confidence. There needs to be big changes in my opinion, said the former England striker, who won 5 league titles during 13 years at Old Trafford. Manager, players, whatever that is. Whatever it takes to get Manchester untied back. United finished 15th in the Premier League last season, their worst finish to a top-flight campaign since they were relegated from the old First Division in 1973-74. Amorim took charge of United last November, having lifted the Portuguese title with Sporting in successive seasons. Defeat at Brentford meant the Red Devils are winless in their last 8 Premier League away games, 2 draws and 6 losses, their longest run since 2019. They last enjoyed back-to-back league victories between May and August 2024. There needs to be a clear message from the owners, added Rooney. Whether that is the Glazers, minority owner, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, there has to be a message of where this club is going. At the minute we are all sitting there waiting for it to crumble. The culture of that football club has gone. I see it on a daily basis. I see staff losing jobs, people walking out of jobs. I've got 2 kids in the academy at that football club and I really hope this doesn't affect what they're doing. What I'm seeing at that football club is not Manchester United. The former England skipper, who also captained United, added, I don't recognize the whole football club. I don't see players fighting, I don't see character, I don't see desire to win. I go to a game watching, expecting, here we go again, expecting the team to lose or maybe pick up a point. It's not even just results on the pitch. It's everything about the club that needs fixing. Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have walked into a real challenge. We're seeing staff members getting sacked after 20, 30 years who are very important people to that football club. The soul has gone from the club. It needs a new engine, a new lease of life. It needs something to kickstart that football club. Ratcliffe's Ineos Group bought a 27.7% stake in United in February 2024 worth about £1.25 billion, $1.6 billion. The overall number of employees has dropped from 1,100 to 700 in the past 2 years following controversial redundancies. The Glazer family, who have owned the 20-time English top-flight champion since 2005, retain a majority stake, but Ineos have taken control of the club's football operations. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.